Welcome back to the lectures on the subject marketing management. Myself is M. Umbrace, working as an assistant professor, Department of MBA, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In today's lecture, we will discuss about consumer buying behavior. In the previous lecture, I addressed about what is consumer behavior and what are the various factors that are influencing the buying behavior, consumer behavior. In today's lecture, as I'll discuss about what is the buying behavior and what is its definition and how do a consumer will take the decisions related to buying, that is process of buying behavior. So let us enter into the topic, that is buying behavior. So what is buying means purchasing of a good. Now how do a customer will purchase a good? For that, as it is a systematical process that we have. Whenever we require any pen, just simply we are not simply going and buying a pen. There are certain factors that will influences at the same time, depending upon the price of a product, depending upon the importance of a product to an individual. Yes, a customer is going to evaluate or else passes the different stages while taking a decisions related to a buying purchases. Now, it is a systematical process that involves experiences of an individual. So, which product that I need to buy now is what is my previous product that we will revise. So that what is my experience, according to that as we will take the decision, either we will proceed with the same or else we need to change our brand, product, whatever that we are using. So, it is an experiences of an individual. It is learning. From the purchases, as customer is learning which is the best product, suitable product to them. Based upon that, as they are choosing the product that is well convenient to them to use and at the same time suitable to them. Along with that, customer buying behavior also include how to use that product, at the same time how a consumer is disposing that product after use. So, after usage of that product, how a customer is preferring to dispose that product. All these are the various elements that an individual passes while buying a product. Now, it refers to the various activities. So, here an individual undergone the different types of activities that involves by a buyer in a making of purchases by how do an individual will purchase a product? By searching of a product. That means when we want to, for example, simple element that I want to buy a pen, I will search what are the different brands pens available in the market, what are their prices, different aspects, information that we will collect. Then a consumer will go for evaluating. So now what is the best pen that is available in my budget? What are the various characteristics, features of the different products that will be evaluated? Evaluating the options that are available. So among the available different brands, whatever that we have, all these brands will be evaluated based upon suitability and determine the satisfaction with the purchases, and they'll find out after we even purchase of a product how well that it has satisfied my need. That will be evaluated by the consumer. Determining satisfaction with the purchases for satisfying their needs and wants. So, what is my basic purpose of purchasing that product and now how it has been fulfilled? That anticipation, such a process, sequential steps are activities as we'll call it as consumer buying behavior. So, it involves how it explain how a customer is taking a decisions with respect to selecting and using a product. Now, let us move on to the next concept under this, that is, as we said, it is a systematical process. Now, and what are the various steps involved in that? Now, what is the process of this consumer buying behavior? This consumer buying behavior process will changes with respect to two aspects. One is, do a customer is buying the new product for the first time, or else the product is already existing product that they are purchasing. That means the regular usage of the product. Now, in case of a new product, a customer will passes 5 different stages. For example, I want to purchase like a dishwasher machine. Dishwasher machines recently entered into the market like 4 to 5 years back. Till now, I never purchased the dishwasher machine. In that case, shall I directly go to a shop or else open an online platform and I'll place the order? Means no, I'll do some research here. Now that process involves in 5 different stages that it can be conducted. Like what are those 5 stages that involved here? Problem recognition. First we will identify what is the problem, why I need to buy a product. Then we will go for information search. Once we have searched for the information, we will evaluate the various alternatives that are available. Next, after evaluating the decision, alternatives, as a customer will take the decision to buy the product. Even after the purchase of the product, a customer will find out what is the satisfaction levels, that is post-purchase behavior of an individual. But in case of a regular product, as I said, that existing product, in case of existing product, do I will go for the searching of information, evaluating the alternatives? No. Already I am regularly using a pen. I am satisfied with that. In that case, directly we will go and buy. Depending upon the intensity, price of a product, as these steps may be reduced. So, but in case of a regular purchase of a product like soaps, pen, cosmetics, whatever that we are regularly using the same, the consumer skip the stages. So, the customer may not passes all the different stages. Instead, they will skip. Once a problem identified, then they will go for from here to here. They will directly, from here to purchase decision directly, that they will shift, because no need for information, alternatives and all, because they have sufficient of information. They even know about the basic characteristics of even the different products that are available. That is, once a customer identify the need, they are directly shift to purchase of a decision. So, these are the 5 different stages that involves in purchasing of a new product. Whenever we will buy a new product for the first time when we are buying, then a customer will passes 5 different stages. Now, let's have a look on each stage. As we said, problem identification. The second stage we have information search. The third one, evaluation of alternatives, purchase decision, post-purchase decision. Now, let us start with the first step, that is problem recognition. Basically, why do an individual is purchasing a product? Buying decision, we said. Buying or purchasing decision. When we will purchase a product means product purchase will be based upon need. Now, what is a need? How can we identify the need? Need can be identified whenever we are facing any problem. Generally, for example, I am feeling hungry. I want to eat something. Why I am planning to eat? Because I am feeling hungry. Hungriness is one of the problems that my body is facing, and it is giving certain senses to me that fulfill the hungriness. So, need has to be created. Who will purchase a laptop? Who will buy a mobile, new mobile that I am planning to buy? When my already existing mobile is supporting all the various features, when it is working, its functionality is also extremely good, I never plan to buy a new mobile. Yes, I may not go for a new mobile, but when I will go, let us assume that my mobile is not supporting to the different applications that are required to fulfill my job requirements. So, in that case, what happened? Yes, a problem arose. I am unable to use my mobile to fulfill all the activities related to my profession. Because of that, this problem has encountered a need. Now, once we will identify the need, then I will plan to purchase a product. This is one aspect that we have, that is internal stimuli that we will call. Other element that we have, external. For example, my mobile is working efficiently, but still I am purchasing a product. Why? Because I just attracted with the latest advertisement that has been telecasted on the mobile. So, latest models that are available, there is much more information about that. My friend, my colleague is using the latest mobile. I purchased last month, but a latest model is available with somebody else. In that case also, what happened? A problem arose. What is that problem here? Scarcity. I felt that product is not available with me. Because of that, as I have created a problem, I have identified the need, and this need is making me to buy a problem. So, this is the first step in the buying behavior, that is problem recognition. Now, let us have a look on this one. Need identification is the initiator for buying process. Without need, we never will think of purchasing any product. So, need is the initiation. It will create an individual to buy a product. Consumers identify their needs by themselves. As I said just now, hungriness. I'm feeling hungry. Does anybody told me, my mother, my parents, or else my neighbors, that you are hungry means no. My stomach has given, my body has given some signals to me that I'm lacking with some kind of energy. I have to eat something. So, by themselves that we will identify, that's we will call it as internal stimuli, or this internal stimuli such as hungriness, or by analyzing the others. Today morning while traveling, I have seen that a latest model scooty is available in the market, which is very good. My scooty is already working good, but 4-5 years back that I have purchased. Now I am planning, why can't I replace that? Today morning I have noticed that there is a decrease in the prices of gold, and I got the information, again it might increases. I may not have any need of any gold. I am not planning even for the investment, but still what has made me to buy gold? Because the news latest updates that are available in the market, yes, that has created a need or else problem within myself, so that I am planning to buy the gold. Like that, analyzing the other individuals, that is external stimuli such as advertisements. So whenever we will see the promotions of a product, advertisement of a product, advertisement and promotions, there is a difference. Yes, advertisement is also a part of promotion, but under promotions what happen? Yes, we have some other, like a discount is available. I went to a shop to purchase a pen, but there I have seen that there is a discount on pencils. What I will do along with the pencils also, that I will purchase. Why I have purchased? Because there is a discount sale is going on. So like that, as we will be attracted with external activities, or else neighbors, colleagues, television shows, etc. So these are the different external aspects that are making an individual to identify the need and buy the product. That is, need identification is a basic aspect for creating, buying a product. By analyzing the way, what is the role of marketer in this step? What the marketers should do here? Marketers should analyze how an individual is identifying their needs, problem, how they are recognizing their problems. By identifying that, we will attack on that so that the customer can identify their problems, needs very quickly. So, by analyzing the ways in which the consumer identifies their needs, marketers can motivate and develop effective strategies to influence them. So, how a customer, for example, the customers are influenced by their colleagues. In that case, what happened? Whoever the colleagues of those people as will influence those people, so that ultimately this customer will also be influenced. So, this is the first step in the buying behavior, that is problem recognition. Whereas once we have identified the problem, okay, need has been created. I thought that this is my need. I need a product to fulfill that. Now, in the second stage is we will search for the information to identify which product will give the solution to my problem. For example, I am facing a problem with headache. That is need recognition. There is a problem that I am not feeling comfortable. Why it is? Because I am suffering with headache. Now, how to get solution remedy to this one? That is information search. I'll first find out what are the various medicines that are available that will give solution to this headache. Then I'll go for evaluation of alternative. So, information search represents that collection of data that is required in order to select or shortlist a product. To identify the products that are fulfilling their basic requirements. Guys, basically what happened, there are certain alternative products that we have that will fulfill our need. Sometimes as we are not very specific about the category of product, instead our objective is need fulfillment. In those cases, how do I find out what are the alternative brands or products that are available? Go for information search. To identify the problems that will satisfy their needs, a consumer gather information from the different sources. Now, what are those sources? What kind of information that an individual will search? So, from the different sources from which he determine the set of brands. That is total set that we will call it as. In the next slide, we will talk about this. Once a need has been identified, the customer will collect the much more data here. That is set brands, whatever the available brands that are available in the market, what are how they will be fulfilling their needs, what are the alternative brands that are available, everything will be selected here, which will fulfill their needs. The influence of these groups changes from one category of products to another category of products. For example, I want to buy a regular product. In that case, I want to see an advertisement in television, newspaper, etc., etc. So, depending upon the product category, the influence of information can differ from one product to another product. Like the first one that we have, it is personal factors. Now, an individual will collect the data that is required to fulfill their problem as from their personal, that is friends and family members. So, friends, family members, neighbors will give, colleagues will give the information about what is a product that will fulfill the need of an individual. Now, other than to that, as we have certain commercials, like just now as we said, I have seen an advertisement, I attracted with that advertisement, because of that I have purchased a product. So, advertisements might be websites. I am just browsing today something, I have seen that there is a beautiful gold ring, diamond ring that is available. There is a textbook on the marketing management recently launched into the market. I have been attracted with the website information that is available. Or else, even this personal sales executives will also play a key or essential role in influencing an individual, providing certain information to them so that this information can be used helpful to them to take decisions. The next one, dealers, packaging and display. The dealers, middlemen that we have, packaging and display will also influences. Now, there are certain type of customers that we have who will prefer to buy a product as they are attracted with the different types of packaging that they have, or else the display of a product. Whenever we will go to any shop, nowadays even on the online platforms, as they have brand of the day and all. Now, by using such type of elements, what happened? A customer will be attracted towards that brand and ultimately they will collect the data from that. Next source that we have, it is public, like mass media channels that we have, at the same time social media channels where we will get the experiences of that customers. From all these sources as they will collect. Along with this, all these three are the external sources, either public, commercial or personal factors. But when as we will come to this experiences of an individual, I will decide which product that I want based upon my previous experience with that brand. So, based upon the previous experience of a brand, yes, an individual will collect the data that is required for decision making. Okay, second step also done. We have identified the need. We have even identified the different information that is required in order to fulfill the need. That means we have categorized, we have identified the products that are useful for us to fulfill our basic requirements or basic needs. Then we will go for the third aspect, that is evaluation of alternative. Every time, whatever the needs that we have in this universe, does a need can be fulfilled by only one alternative or one product? Means no. There are many alternative products that are available which are addressing the same type of need. Now, in this stage, what happens is we will identify what are the various alternatives we have, and at the same time we will evaluate them so that we can able to select the best alternative for us. So, evaluation of alternatives. To evaluate the available products, a consumer consider various benefits and attributes of a product. Now, what are the basic characteristics of that product and how well that it is beneficial? Why this dishwasher machine is not able to create high level of sales in the market? Because it is much more beneficial that we have. Its attributes are also might be good. But here the customer will compare. When I am buying, then what is a decrease in the workload of myself? Then, we needed to arrange everything in a proper way. Otherwise, it might not be cleaned properly. That is again a hectic to the customers. Because of that, its sales are not up to the mark in the market. So, they will compare what are the benefits and what are the various attributes or characteristics of that product. Now, after that, yes, so the experience and learning, an individual will acquire the different types of beliefs and attitudes. So on, so brand can be preferred and so on, so brand cannot be preferred, that is, it is rejected. How they will develop such a belief, such an attitude? Yes, it depends upon their past experiences, how well that they comfortable with that, and what is the experience whenever they are facing any problem. How the customer care or else company has triggered those issues Depending upon that, as an individual will develop certain type of beliefs and attitudes. Now, what are beliefs means? Describe the thoughts and attitudes, represents the favorable and unfavorable conditions of an individual. Now, what are the favorable and unfavorable conditions? Depending upon that, as we will take the decision. A consumer filter the available brands to make a final decision. How do they shortlist or else scrutinize? Filter means, yes, there are different sets that we have, as we discussed just now, that is total set. For example, I want to buy a mobile. In that case, whatever the available brands in the mobile, either that might be Indian company or any foreign company, all that we will listed here, that we will call it as total set. Total set of all the brands that is capable of satisfying the needs. So, whatever the brands that we have that are addressing my problem, all that brands that we will consider here. Am I going to purchase all the brands? Means no. Among those, only one that I will purchase. Now, for that, what happened? Yes, we will go with the next one, that is awareness brand. There are certain type of brands that we have which I never heard about them. In that case, what happened? I will segregate them. Why to take the risk? So, the next one that we have, it is awareness levels or awareness set. Here we will consider only those brands that are that knowledgeable, for which I have certain data. So, that we will call it as awareness set. The third one that we have, it is consideration set. I know the different brands mobiles in the market, like Nokia that we have, Samsung we have, iPhone we have, Lenovo we have, like XYZ, that I am aware about all those things. But am I going to consider all those for my purchase decision? Means no. Now in the next stages, we will make consumer consideration set. Now under this consideration set, we will identify what is the awareness of an individual and which brands that they are preferring. That we will call them as consideration. Now under this consideration, what happens generally is we will make 2 to 3 brands, 3 to 5 brands. Now within that is we will take a decision which is best suitable to us. Now under this, yes, they will develop choice set. Now what is this choice set means? Here they will take only 2 options like that, either or. Now by using that consideration set, yes, they will consider choice set, where the final decision can related to the purchase of a product will be taken. Now, the last one that we have, it is decision. When to buy, how to buy, all such type of decisions will be taken here. This is all about the evaluation of alternatives. How does an alternative can be evaluated? Now, once we have evaluated the alternatives, we have shortlisted the brand product which we want to purchase. Then we will go for the last step, that is purchase decision. Now, what is this purchase? In the evaluation process, a consumer select a preferred brand and the intention to buy the brand. Why I am buying this brand and what is the use of this brand, that can be compared. In the purchase decision, the consumer will makes 5 decisions. Now, what are those 5 decisions? Now, brand choice. Which brand that I will prefer. The second one that we have, it is dealer choice. For example, I want to buy an LG dishwasher. From where that I can buy. There are many stores like Chroma or else different showrooms that are available that are selling this one, along with other online platforms that we have. Where it is best suitable, that we need to identify, that is quantity to be ordered, as well as timing, when to buy that product, how to make the payment of that product. All such type of decisions can be taken under purchase decision. Attitude of others and unanticipated situational factors will intertwine the purchase intention. For example, I have planned that I'll buy a refrigerator today. Somebody told me before going to the shop that GST rates are going to be decreased after this February. Because of that, as I'll hold my decision. Why I have holded my decision? Unanticipated situation that given by one of my friend, that don't buy now, there is a possibility of decrease in price. So like that, as we will find out here, and the purchase decisions can be finally taken. The consumer purchase decision can be modified, postponed, or even updated, avoided by perceived risks. There are different types of aspects that we have. Depending upon the difficulties arises, as we will make the changes in purchase decisions. Now, while taking a purchase decision, an individual may come across different types of risk. Now, the first risk that we have, it is functional risk. I am buying, but either it might work or may not work. For example, I am buying a new brand. That new brand may or may not be suitable to us. The next one that we have, it is physical risk. It might impact adversely on my health condition. So, we will also find out psychological, physical risk that is involved in handling that one. At the same time, financial risk. That means, whenever we are accepting a product, we are going to block our money. So when we will get back that one, how much time that it will take? That is financial risk. Now the next one that we have, it is social risk. Now what is social risk? Whenever I am using this product, how do the customers, other people will consider me? That also matters here. And the last one is psychological risk. Now there are certain elements, many of the people will feel that the things that are available, like chat that is available roadside is very tasty, but still why they are not eating that? Because they have a confusion how the other people, how the other colleagues from his organization will treat him, because he is going to have a local or low grade quality. So all these are the various types of risk involved in purchase decision. Now once a customer has taken a purchase decision, then we will move to the last stage, that is post purchase decision. Now what is this, the concept of post purchase that we have? Once a customer purchases a product, there are certain type of reactions that an individual will exhibit. Now based upon this reactions, is the customer might be satisfied or might be dissatisfied, or even we can able to make this for the next time. Once a customer purchases a product, they may feel that certain features of the product are dissatisfied and the other brands are good. The marketer should communicate and make them to feel good towards the selected brand. Whatever the brand that they have selected, yes, it is one of the precious brand, like that as the marketer should continue or convey to them. Thus, a marketer should monitor the post-purchase satisfaction, purchase actions and post-purchase behaviors of individual. Now, what is the first one that we have? It is post-purchase satisfaction. Satisfaction is nothing but fulfillment of the need of an individual is known as post-purchase, satisfaction. Now, an individual, whenever they have prepared, they have to satisfy with the product which they have purchased. Now for this, yes, they will meet the experiences of individual through their performance that can be measured. The satisfaction levels of customers help the marketers to estimate what are the purchase intention in future, how much that they require and what they are doing. All that information can be evaluated by using this purchase, post-purchase, as well as this coincidental element that we have. Post-purchase actions. The satisfied customers will spread positive word of mouth and dissatisfied customers will convey dissatisfied. That is the various factors that are negatively affecting that company will be communicated on the various social medias and all. And it may delays to return the product and the customer may stop purchasing the product. Now there are certain satisfaction will also be influenced by how much time the customer is taking to return or else to deliver the product, etc. To reduce the dissatisfaction level, consumer companies should maintain effective CRM strategies. CRM, customer relationship managers, should work effectively so that this kind of negative aspects will be reduced from the customers. And once we have this post-purchase satisfaction and post-purchase action, the last one that we have, it is post-purchase use and disposal of a product. Like Savlon that we have, a customer is purchasing Savlon every month, but why he is using means not to clean the floor. They are using that for cleaning of their clothes. Now here, does a Savlon detergent liquid has been manufactured for that? Means no, but still why it is happening? Because the customer is perceiving like that. So we have to understand what is the perception of customers. The sales of the product, depends upon the consumption rate. How much that an individual is consuming, depending upon that, yes, the requirement will be created. Marketers motivate the customers to increase the consumption rate. 1+1 offer, 30% discount, all these things can be given. Why? So that they'll attract the customers to buy the product. Once the product consumed, the consumer throw it away. Once the product has been purchased, then they'll forget about all the difficulties that they are facing. The marketers need to know the method of disposable, like batteries, containers, electronic equipment, whatever they have. How do a customer is disposing? They are purchasing my product, my company product, well and good. But what about the previous product? Because of that only, now we have a trend of exchange. Old product can be given and new product that we will take. So this is the use and disposal of a product. These are the various steps that involves in the buying behavior of customers. That starts with problem recognition, and then we will go for information search, evaluation of interviews, and after evaluating the interviews, we will take the purchase decision. Now after that we have post purchase decisions. Thank you.